Hi, it's Someone1975 and welcome to PUBG on the Xbox One. Today I'm bringing you a good snippet of a game. As you can see, there's 26 people left. This is how the game sort of wound down, and I'm going to bring it to you in full. It's a bit of a longer video than normal, but that's because I've got quite a bit to talk about today. What I wanted to talk about is the Sandhawk event pass. So we've had our first taste of an event pass. Now, for clarity, I didn't spend any extra money. I didn't spend a penny on the event pass, so I only did the white band of stuff at the bottom. I'm recording this on the 2nd of October, so I've got a couple of days to go, but at the moment I'm languishing at about level 23. I haven't got many of the missions that I've got access to left to do. Very few missions left to do. Very unlikely I will reach top level. Now, all of my friends brought the event pass, and then some of them spent other money on extra levels, things like that, and all of them have achieved the top end target. Now the irony is I've played a lot more time than most of them, in fact a lot more time than all of them, but I've not reached it because I haven't paid for it. Now the interesting thing is, I would say that to me means they've scaled it correctly, because they want to encourage people to buy it. They don't want to give it to you for free, so I would say they have pretty much got it on the nose. I would like to, if they gave me a little chance of getting the because the top whack was the frying pan skin, which you know, I would have liked the pan skin. That would have been quite nice, but I wasn't particularly blown away. There was nothing on there that I particularly wanted, so I just pretty much, well, I wasn't interested in buying the pass, and I just thought, you know what, I'll do the missions, it will be fun, little side missions to do, and I've got very few of them left to complete, but even the ones I'm missing would not drag me up the levels that I need to reach top level. All of my friends who paid the pass, however, all reached top level generally with about a week to go. I'd love to know what your feedback is, whether you reached top level, whether you paid or didn't pay, whether you thought it was a good thing or a bad thing. I thought it was a bit of fun. I liked the fact there were missions to complete. I liked the fact that you got rewards daily, and I liked the few cosmetic items that I did unlock. It's quite a nice little thing to get just for random, like, doing nothing. I didn't see anything on there that I would pay for, but some of my friends are mad for the gun skins and, you know, unlocks, so they were quite happy to pay out for the pass so they could get the higher reward tiered stuff. Like I say, it's interesting because it's our first taste of it, and I'm sure this is going to become a thing that every month we're going to get a new set of tasks, that we're going to get a new thing. And I'd like to know what you think about this. Personally, I'm quite happy with this model, because it's optional. You don't have to pay for stuff. It is all cosmetic shit. It's not game breaking, it's not pay to win, so I have no problem with it. You know, some people do, some people don't like there being any sort of microtransactions in games. I'm quite happy with microtransactions as long as it's not pay to win. My only issue with microtransactions is when it becomes pay to win, and I don't like it. But all in, you know, on balance, this sort of thing I think is fine. I'd love to know your opinion. You know, let me know in the comments down below. If you disagree or agree with me, let me know. I'm interested to know what people think of, you know, the whole idea of the season passes, the monthly pass or whatever they call it, the event pass. I think it's a good thing for PUBG on Xbox One. You know, the idea of giving rewards and encouraging people to play through missions is all stuff that, you know, they've pretty much stolen from Fortnite, but it's all stuff that keeps the audience engaged. And I think with the coming competition coming out very soon is the release of Call of Duty Black Ops 4, and it's going to be interesting to see how PUBG holds up against such stiff competition from a AAA title. I've already given my opinion on Call of Duty, but I will reiterate for those who didn't see it, I will not be getting Call of Duty. I have pretty much given up with the Call of Duty franchise. Really, over the years, I've played a lot of Call of Duties, I've enjoyed a lot of Call of Duties, but as far as I'm concerned, you know, I've done my time playing Call of Duty. I don't particularly see a point in going back to it. Also, the Battle Royale, the way they've done the one map, it's kind of nice that they've done it with all the maps cobbled together, but it's also equally very lazy because they've just put together the assets they had lying around the office. It's not like they've programmed in new stuff, and it, to me, I am interested to see how they do a second map or a third map down the line. Personally, I think PUBG's got more life in it than Call of Duty, because Call of Duty tends to have a year lifespan and then they pump out the next game. They don't support the game very much beyond the first year, so I don't really see that as a game for me. Whereas PUBG, I can see myself playing in 2, maybe 3 years time, still quite happily playing it as they add more maps, more content, you know, more things to do. That's the thing with games like Fortnite and PUBG, they have more than a 1 year lifespan and they're supported more than 1 year, which to me is something I'm interested in. I don't like the idea of games companies bringing you a game for a limited time span or supporting a game for a limited time span. I have said this in other videos. I'm totally against that model. I think that when you bring out a game, you should support that game, or, you know, and give the audience who buy it, you know, some support for at least a good few years, because the amount of games I see, I mean, Call of Duty, for example, they will support a game highly in the first year, second year they pay a little bit of attention to it, and then the third year they'll release a final patch, and then they will let the hackers and modders run riot in it, and they won't give them monkeys. You know, you can go back to virtually any of the old Call of Duties now. A lot of them are backwards compatible, and they're filled full of modders and hackers, and they're completely unplayable because of it, because Activision no longer support the game. It's frustrating, it's annoying, and that's why I've moved away from Call of Duty and Activision. But as far as Bluehole go, with this whole season pass, event pass thing, it works really well. I like the concept, I like the idea. The missions are quite fun and funky. You know, it gives you something to aim for, something to do. And some of my friends really love unlocking the gear and the costumes and the outfits. So, you know, if they're the target audience for PUBG, it seems to have gone down really well. You know, me personally, I'm not too bothered about the cosmetic items. I just want the gameplay to be, you know, tight. I'd like the netcode to be a little better. The desync issues are a problem. You tend to find with any sort of online shooter you'll get the occasional desync issues, but PUBG does seem to suffer more than a lot of games. You do get killed by people facing the opposite direction and side on to you and things like that, which is indicative of you know, netcode issues, desync issues, and the bullets that shoot you around corners, that's indicative of, you know, desync issues. But I'm sure Bluehole are working on this. They have made comment about it. They have said, you know, they're doing a big campaign on PC to fix a lot of these issues. And I've got to say, looking at the PC version, it's getting more and more polished. They're adding more guns, they're adding more things. And we're tailing behind a little bit, but we're going to get there. I can't wait to get my hands on the new guns, and I would really love to have a go on the little tuk-tuk on Sandhawk. I think that's a really great addition to the map, and something I'm really looking forward to driving around. Doing drive-bys on a tuk-tuk is just going to be funny. But I'm going to cut over to the gameplay itself in a minute, because I'm going to set this one up a little bit, but basically it comes down to us and a few guys in the warehouse. Now, I know they're in sort of the second warehouse, so I go around the corner with a Molotov cocktail in my hand, hoping to throw it in the doorway to zone them out, so they have to push out the front door of the warehouse rather than into the warehouse bit that's in front of me. But as I come around the corner with the molly in my hand to throw it at the door, there's a guy right in front of me, and unfortunately Woody did not capture his perspective of it, because he said it was like a beautiful rainbow, and then he realised the guy was on fire. It is the best molly kill I've ever got in this game, just for the sort of sheer nastiness of it, the fact that I just sort of throw it at a guy a few feet away. But it wasn't what I was planning to do, but it's what I ended up doing. So I'm going to cut over to the gameplay and say that's all. Thank you very much for watching. Let me know in the comments down below what you think, and I'll catch you in the next video. Thanks.
one in the warehouse. He's looking at me. Yes. Okay, they're coming through the warehouse. One's just knocked me. He's in the second part of the warehouse. Math, if you can get me, Matt. Keep him there,
one guy. Yeah, keep him there.
Yeah, don't worry.
I can see him. I can see him. I can see him.
Ah!